Welcome back to our channel US Coins 69, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. When it comes to rare and valuable coins, few are as captivating as the Washington quarter dollar from the Delaware state minted in 1999. This unique coin is part of the 50 State Quarters program, a series that celebrated the individual states of the United States by issuing a special quarter for each state. But the Delaware State Quarter, released in 1999, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and numismatists alike due to its historical significance, striking design, and impressive value. Delaware, known as the first state, was the very first to sign the United States Constitution on December 7, 1787. This momentous event in American history is reflected in the design of the Delaware State Quarter. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a depiction of the Delaware state arms, which includes a remarkable image of two historical figures, Caesar Rodney, who played a pivotal role in the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and the state's founder, Thomas McKean. This design not only highlights Delaware's historical importance, but also honors the state's contributions to the birth of the United States. The Washington quarter itself, a coin that has been part of American currency for decades, is widely recognized for its iconic image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The 1999 Delaware State Quarter, however, represents more than just the usual design. It serves as a testament to Delaware's role in the founding of the country. And because it was part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, it carries a unique significance that makes it even more desirable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the value of the Delaware State Quarter. While quarters in general are often considered to be low-value coins, certain quarters, like the 1999 Delaware State Quarter, can fetch impressive sums, especially if they are rare, in pristine condition, or have unique characteristics. These specific coins are particularly coveted by collectors because they are part of a limited edition series that honored each of the 50 states. When the 50 State Quarters program was launched, it stirred up an immense amount of interest, causing many collectors to begin hoarding quarters from different states in hopes of one day having a complete set. But the 1999 Delaware State Quarter stands out due to its rarity and the demand for these state-specific coins. Most of the quarters from this series are relatively common, but the 1999 Delaware Quarter, especially in mint condition, has become a symbol of Delaware's rich history. Coins that are well-preserved and have no wear or imperfections are especially valuable. The coin's worth is also influenced by the fact that it was one of the first releases in the 50 State Quarters program. This timing contributed to the heightened demand for the coin, and as time has passed, it has only grown more coveted. The Delaware State Quarter is particularly sought after by those who specialize in state-themed coinage and by collectors who are eager to complete their sets. In addition, as the value of American coins continues to rise, especially rare or historical ones, the Delaware State Quarter has appreciated in price. For those who are unfamiliar with coin collecting, it might be surprising to learn just how valuable these quarters can be. While you might think of a quarter as just pocket change, certain quarters, especially those from specific years or states, can be worth significantly more. The Delaware State Quarter is a prime example of how rarity, history, and demand can drive up the price of a coin. Whether you are an experienced collector or a novice just starting to learn about numismatics, it's important to understand that the condition and rarity of a coin play a huge role in its market value. So, how much is the 1999 Delaware State Quarter worth? Well, depending on its condition, a typical coin might only be worth a few dollars, but a coin in excellent, mint condition can easily fetch a much higher price. In fact, some of the finest examples of the 1999 Delaware Quarter have sold for upwards of $33,000. Yes, that's $33,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a simple coin, something we often overlook in our day-to-day lives, can hold such immense value. But this is what makes coin collecting so fascinating. It's about more than just the money. It's about the history, the rarity, and the connection to the past. When you hold a 1999 Delaware State Quarter in your hand, you are not just holding a piece of currency. You are holding a small piece of American history, If you happen to have one of these quarters tucked away in your collection or come across one during a coin search, you might want to take a closer look. It could very well be a treasure waiting to be discovered. Coins like these have a way of holding onto their value, and as time goes on, they may only become more valuable. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for these kinds of rare coins, and the 1999 Delaware State Quarter has become one of the most sought-after coins in the 50 State Quarters series. With its historical significance, striking design, and rarity, this coin has earned its place as a valuable and highly regarded piece of American numismatic history. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with a passing interest in valuable currencies, keep an eye out for the 1999 Delaware State Quarter. Its rich history, its connection to the founding of America, and its remarkable value make it a must-have for anyone interested in collecting coins. With a price tag reaching as high as $33,000, it's clear that the 1999 Delaware State Quarter is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of American heritage, and it's worth far more than you might expect. Top 2. The United States has a rich history of commemorating influential figures and events through its coinage. In 2022, the U.S. Mint released a coin that quickly became a standout in numismatic collections. The Washington quarter dollar featuring the iconic poet, author, and civil rights activist, Maya Angelou. This coin isn't just a piece of currency. It's a tribute to an extraordinary woman whose work touched lives across the globe. The 2022 Maya Angelou quarter is not only a beautiful design, but also a coin of great historical and cultural significance, making it a valuable treasure for collectors and investors alike. Maya Angelou, perhaps best known for her groundbreaking autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, was a towering figure in American literature and activism. Her work dealt with themes of identity, racism, and the human experience, making her a trailblazer and a voice for many marginalized groups. Throughout her life, Angelou used her platform to advocate for civil rights, equality, and empowerment, leaving a profound legacy that continues to inspire generations. The U.S. Mint's decision to honor Maya Angelou with a coin is a testament to her impact on American culture. Angelou's portrait, which adorns the 2022 quarter, is striking and dignified, capturing the strength and grace she embodied throughout her life. On the obverse, as is traditional with the Washington quarter, we see George Washington's iconic profile, but it's the reverse side of the coin that tells the real story of Maya Angelou's extraordinary legacy. The design of the Maya Angelou quarter is rich in symbolism. It features a beautiful image of Maya Angelou with her arms outstretched, a gesture that evokes her famous poem, Still I Rise. This powerful stance signifies resilience, strength, and the unwavering belief in oneself, qualities that were central to Angelou's life and work. Surrounding the image are the words Maya Angelou and 2022, the year of minting, serving as a permanent reminder of the immense cultural impact she had. What truly sets this coin apart is that it is the first time in U.S. history that a woman has appeared alone on the reverse of a quarter, breaking from tradition and marking a significant moment in American coinage. This coin is part of the American Women Quarters program, an initiative to honor the accomplishments of American women who have made significant contributions to society. Maya Angelou's place in this program is both fitting and well-deserved. The program aims to showcase the diversity and power of women's influence across all walks of life, from politics and science to art and literature, and the Maya Angelou Quarter is a prime example of this mission. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. At first glance, a quarter may seem like just another piece of change, but the Maya Angelou 2022 Washington Quarter is far more than that. Collectors are drawn to the rarity and cultural importance of this coin, as well as its role in a historic series. The demand for coins that celebrate American heroes and cultural milestones is high, and as time passes, the value of these coins tends to rise. The Maya Angelou Quarter, in particular, is not only a beautiful collectible, but also a symbol of progress and inclusion in American history. Mint condition coins, especially those that have been preserved in pristine form, can command impressive prices. As collectors continue to seek out rare pieces for their collections, the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington Quarter has become one of the most sought-after coins in the series. Given its symbolic nature, its connection to one of the most influential women in American history, and the significance of its release, this coin holds a unique place in numismatic circles. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these quarters in excellent condition, you could be looking at a substantial increase in value over time. In fact, coins like the Maya Angelou quarter, which have such rich cultural and historical significance, often see their prices rise as collectors recognize their importance. For those looking to make an investment in rare coins, the Maya Angelou quarter represents an opportunity to own a piece of history. Now, let's get into the numbers. Coins like the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter can be worth much more than their face value, especially if they are in mint condition. For those who are lucky enough to possess one of these rare quarters in excellent shape, the coin can fetch an impressive value on the market. While the coin's value may vary depending on its condition and rarity, some of the finest examples of the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter have been known to sell for as much as $13,000. That's right, $13,000. It's incredible to think that a simple quarter, originally designed as everyday currency, can hold such value. But this is the magic of numismatics, the combination of history, rarity, and design that makes certain coins incredibly valuable. For those who are passionate about collecting or investing in rare coins, this particular quarter offers both a connection to a legendary figure and the potential for future returns in addition to its monetary value. Owning a Maya Angelou quarter is a way to honor her legacy. It's a chance to hold a tangible piece of history in your hands, one that reminds us of the power of words, art, and activism. Maya Angelou's work continues to inspire millions around the world, and this coin is a tribute to her tireless efforts to uplift humanity. If you're a collector or someone interested in investing in rare coins, keep an eye out for the 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter. As the years go by, it's likely that the value of this coin will only continue to grow. With its cultural importance, stunning design, and limited availability, the Maya Angelou quarter is destined to remain a treasured item for collectors and a lasting symbol of her incredible legacy to SO. The next time you come across a 2022 Maya Angelou Washington quarter, take a moment to appreciate its significance. It's not just a coin. It's a tribute to an icon whose words and work continue to resonate with people of all ages. And, as its value proves, it's a piece of history worth holding on to. Top 3. When it comes to valuable and iconic coins, few can match the rich history and significance of the Washington quarter dollar minted in 1776 to 1976. This quarter was released as part of a special bicentennial celebration, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Bicentennial coinage program was a unique initiative by the United States Mint, and this particular Washington quarter holds a special place in American numismatic history. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter features a stunning and symbolic design that commemorates the birth of the United States. The reverse side of the coin shows a bold depiction of the colonial drummer, an image that evokes the patriotism and unity of the American colonies during the Revolutionary War. The drummer is a powerful reminder of the sacrifices and determination that led to the founding of the nation. Along with this vivid image, the coin displays the dates 1776 and 1976, symbolizing the 200-year anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. What makes the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter even more fascinating is the context in which it was created. In 1975, the U.S. Mint was tasked with designing a new set of coins to celebrate the bicentennial. It was decided that the regular Washington quarter would be redesigned for this occasion, allowing it to symbolize the nation's deep roots and long history. The image of the colonial drummer, crafted by artist Jack L. H.R., replaced the usual eagle design found on the reverse of the coin. This marked the first time in U.S. history that the reverse of the quarter was changed to commemorate a historical event. Now, while this coin may have been issued in large numbers as part of the bicentennial celebration, it remains one of the most highly sought-after coins for collectors, especially those who are passionate about American history. This is where things get interesting. While the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter was initially produced in vast quantities, certain factors contribute to its current market value. The condition of the coin, its rarity, and its historical significance all play a major role in determining how much a particular example might be worth. That a key factor that makes these coins valuable is their limited edition nature. The 1776 to 1976 quarters were only minted for 1 year, as part of a special series to commemorate a milestone in American history. And because they were minted in such large numbers, many of these coins are not particularly rare in circulation today. However, there are still certain versions that stand out as especially valuable. Coins that were minted with higher precision and that are in flawless condition, such as proof coins or coins with minting errors, have a much higher value on the market. These special examples attract the attention of collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a pristine coin that represents a moment in time. For instance, if you happen to own a 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth far more than its face value. Some of the rarest versions of this quarter, such as those with unique minting errors or those that have been graded as perfect by professional numismatic organizations, can fetch impressive sums. In fact, certain examples of the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter have been known to sell for up to $73,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $73,000. The incredible value of this coin lies not just in its historical importance, but also in the rarity of certain versions. If you were to come across one of these coins in mint condition or with an interesting minting anomaly, you could be looking at a serious payday. While most 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters are worth only a few dollars, there are those rare specimens that continue to climb in value as collectors and investors alike search for pristine examples. As time goes on, the demand for these coins is only expected to grow as more people become interested in collecting pieces of American history. And with the coin's connection to the Bicentennial celebration, it serves as a lasting reminder of the nation's birth and the ideals of liberty and independence that continue to shape the United States. If you're a collector, this is the kind of coin you want to keep an eye out for. Whether you find it in a coin roll or come across it in a collection, the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter has the potential to turn into a small fortune if you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition or with rare features. Many collectors spend years seeking out the best examples of this coin, knowing that owning a high-quality 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter is a true gem in any numismatic collection. In conclusion, the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter dollar is not just a coin. It's a piece of American history that commemorates one of the most significant events in the nation's past, the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the birth of a new nation. This quarter, while issued in large quantities, holds tremendous value, especially for those who can find it in exceptional condition or with unique characteristics. The coin's historical importance, its role in the bicentennial celebration, and the allure of its potential rarity make it a must-have for any serious collector. So, if you happen to come across one of these quarters, remember that you might just be holding on to something far more valuable than you think. Who knows, it could be worth $73,000. Yes, $73,000. And that's not a number you want to overlook. Top 4. The United States is known for its rich history, and a vital part of that history is captured in its coins. One coin that stands out in the world of numismatics is the 1967 Washington quarter dollar. While this may seem like a simple coin at first glance, it holds great value for collectors, and the story behind it is far more significant than you might think. The Washington quarter has long been a staple in American coinage, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday. The coin, which features Washington's likeness on the obverse, has remained in production in various forms ever since. The design has evolved over the years, but the essence of the coin remains the same, honoring the founding father of the United States, George Washington. Now, you may wonder, what makes the 1967 Washington quarter so special? Let's take a closer look. By 1967, the United States was in the midst of a transformative era. The country was dealing with social change, political upheaval, and shifting cultural dynamics. While these events were happening all around, the U.S. Mint continued its mission of producing coins for everyday transactions. But even in this time of upheaval, collectors began to take notice of certain mintings that stood apart. The 1967 Washington Quarter, though part of the regular series, has garnered significant attention due to certain unique qualities that affect its rarity and value. One of the things that collectors find most interesting about the 1967 Washington Quarter is its rarity in pristine condition. Like many coins produced in circulation, most of the quarters minted in 1967 were used and worn over time. These coins traveled through countless hands and saw plenty of wear and tear, which ultimately diminished their value for collectors. However, for those who were able to hold on to a mint-condition 1967 Washington Quarter, the coin's potential value skyrocketed. As with any collectible item, condition is key. A coin's grade, which refers to its level of preservation, plays a significant role in its overall worth. The 1967 Washington Quarter is no different. Coins that have been well preserved, those that are free from major scratches, discoloration, or imperfections, are much more valuable. In fact, some of the finest examples of this coin are in such incredible shape that they fetch a price well above their face value. But what makes this coin even more exciting for collectors is the fact that it was produced in such high quantities, making it an intriguing item to search for in bulk coin collections. A regular circulation of the coin makes it an easy find at first, but when looking for a piece that is free from damage, you are truly on a hunt for a hidden gem. The 1967 Washington Quarter holds significance as one of the last years the coin was produced in large quantities before the shift in coinage design and the eventual replacement of the 90% silver content in U.S. coins. What adds further intrigue is the fact that some of the 1967 quarters were struck with a higher level of precision and quality than others. Minting errors, though rare, can make a particular coin even more valuable. For example, there are some 1967 Washington quarters with striking errors, such as off-center strikes or other flaws that occurred during the minting process. These errors make certain coins stand out, and collectors are always eager to find them. Another factor contributing to the value of the 1967 Washington Quarter is its silver content. While most U.S. quarters minted after 1964 contain a mix of copper and nickel, the 1967 coin still contains 40% silver. The precious metal content, along with its historical significance, makes this coin an even more attractive option for investors and collectors. The fact that silver prices fluctuate on the market adds a layer of investment potential to coins like the 1967 Washington Quarter. As silver becomes scarcer and its price increases, so too does the value of silver-containing coins. Now, let's talk numbers. While the standard 1967 Washington Quarter may not fetch an enormous price on its own, those that are in excellent condition or have unique qualities can be worth much more than their original face value. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins in mint condition, and the 1967 Quarter is no exception. As previously mentioned, mint errors and uncirculated coins can command significantly higher prices than typical examples. When you factor in all these elements, rarity, condition, precious metal content, and potential mint errors, the 1967 Washington Quarter becomes a truly valuable coin. If you are fortunate enough to own a 1967 Washington Quarter in top-tier condition, you could be looking at a windfall. Some of these coins have been known to sell for prices as high as $93,000. Yes, $93,000. The value of these quarters can vary based on condition, but when you get your hands on one of these elusive pieces, the potential returns are certainly worth the effort. The excitement surrounding the 1967 Washington Quarter isn't just about its worth in the market. It's also about the connection it provides to a crucial time in American history. This coin represents a bridge between past and future, and it continues to capture the imagination of collectors. Holding a piece of history in your hand, a coin that passed through many hands over the years, creates a sense of nostalgia and respect for the country's heritage. For collectors and investors alike, the 1967 Washington Quarter offers an opportunity to own a rare and historically significant piece of U.S. coinage. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin is definitely one worth keeping an eye on. As the years pass, its value may only continue to rise, especially for those with well-preserved examples. If you've come across one of these coins, or if you're lucky enough to find one in the future, remember that you could be holding on to something worth $93,000. Yes, $93,000. Keep searching, keep collecting, and you just might strike gold. Top 5. When you think of iconic American coins, one that immediately comes to mind is the Washington quarter. This coin has stood the test of time, being a staple in U.S. currency for decades. But did you know that certain Washington quarters are worth far more than their face value? That's right, some of them can be worth thousands of dollars. And today, we're going to explore one particular Washington quarter that is worth a fortune, the 1971 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, featuring the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse. This coin has undergone several design changes throughout the years, but its distinct, recognizable portrait of Washington has remained a constant. While many of these quarters circulate in everyday transactions, some stand out as highly collectible due to their rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. The 1971 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin in the series at first, but its value has been steadily increasing over the years due to its historical significance and rarity in pristine condition. The 1971 edition is part of the larger series of Washington quarters minted in the 1970s, and it stands as an important piece of numismatic history. The quarter was minted in a time when the United States was undergoing a period of social change, and these coins saw extensive circulation, contributing to their widespread presence in American households. However, as time has passed, many of these 1971 Washington quarters have been lost, worn down, or damaged. Like most coins, they were used in everyday transactions, which meant that over time, many of them showed signs of wear and tear. For most, this meant they ended up being worth little more than their face value of 25 cents. But here's where it gets interesting. If you manage to find a 1971 Washington quarter that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding on to something worth a lot more. Coins that are well preserved, with little to no wear, are far rarer than those that have been through years of circulation. For collectors, coins in exceptional condition are highly sought after. A 1971 Washington quarter that has been kept in mint condition, showing no signs of discoloration, scratches, or wear, can demand a significantly higher price in the market. When a coin is untouched by time and preserved for decades, it becomes a collector's dream. In addition to the pristine condition of the coin. Another important factor contributing to the value of the 1971 Washington quarter is the overall rarity of high-quality examples. As you can imagine, with millions of these quarters minted and distributed to the public in 1971, most of them were used and quickly deteriorated. It's not every day that you come across a 1971 quarter that has been kept in perfect shape. This rarity is one of the reasons why certain examples can be worth so much more. Another key factor in the value of the 1971 Washington quarter is its status within the larger context of U.S. coinage. The 1970s were a pivotal time for the United States, marked by economic shifts, political changes, and the rise of new cultural movements. Coins minted during this time carry a certain historical weight, as they serve as small time capsules, representing a specific moment in the country's history. Collectors are drawn to these coins not just because of their value, but because of the story they tell about America during this transformative decade. The 1971 Washington quarter is also notable because it was minted with a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which was standard for most quarters of this era. This makes the 1971 coin different from earlier quarters that were made of 90% silver. While this shift in metal composition made the coin more affordable to produce, it also means that the value of the coin is tied to factors beyond just the metal content. As collectors search for coins with historical significance, it's the rarity, condition, and overall quality of a coin that drives its price up in the market. Now, you may be asking yourself, how much can a 1971 Washington quarter really be worth? Well, it's not just about the silver content or its historical background. It's also about the demand for high-quality, rare coins. When it comes to Washington quarters like the 1971 edition, collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in excellent condition, whether that's due to minting errors, a flawless strike, or simply the passage of time. If you happen to come across a 1971 Washington quarter that is in mint condition, you could find that it is worth much more than just a few dollars. Coins with high grades can command impressive prices in the marketplace. Some of these coins, particularly those that have been professionally graded as MS-67 or higher, can be valued at tens of thousands of dollars. But if you're lucky enough to have a 1971 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition, it could be worth even more. In fact, the highest quality versions of this coin can fetch up to $83,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $83,000. That's a significant amount of money for a quarter, and it's a testament to how rare and valuable these coins can be when they are in pristine condition. What's exciting about this coin is that its value continues to appreciate as time goes on. As more people become aware of the rarity and significance of the 1971 Washington quarter, demand for high-quality examples will likely increase. Collectors and investors alike are always looking for valuable coins to add to their portfolios. And coins like the 1971 Washington quarter are becoming increasingly difficult to find in top condition. If you're a coin collector or an investor, the 1971 Washington quarter is a coin that you should definitely keep an eye out for. Its historical significance, its relative rarity and pristine condition, and its potential for future appreciation make it a fantastic investment. Whether you find it at a coin shop, a yard sale, or as part of a coin roll search, the 1971 Washington quarter has the potential to be a real treasure. In conclusion, the 1971 Washington quarter is not just another coin. It's a piece of American history with real value. If you're lucky enough to come across one in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $83,000. So, next time you're searching through your loose change or browsing a coin collection, keep an eye out for the 1971 Washington quarter. It could very well turn out to be the find of a lifetime. Top 6. The United States has a fascinating history when it comes to its currency, and one coin that stands out among the rest is the Washington quarter. This particular coin, which features George Washington's portrait on the obverse, is a well-known piece of American numismatic history. However, not all Washington quarters are created equal. Some are worth far more than their face value. And today, we're going to focus on a specific year that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike: the 1988 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter first debuted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Since then, it has been produced regularly and has seen several design changes over the years. The 1988 Washington quarter, though part of the standard series, stands out for its rarity and significance. This coin might seem like just another piece of U.S. currency at first, but it holds some unique qualities that make it highly valuable in the eyes of collectors. In 1988, the United States was undergoing a period of economic stability and relative peace. The country was on the heels of the 1980s, a decade marked by political and cultural shifts. The Washington quarter of this time still bore the same design that had been in place since 1932, but it carried with it a sense of continuity in the nation's coinage. Despite its general availability, what makes the 1988 Washington quarter so special is its scarcity and pristine condition. Over the years, many coins get passed around, worn down, and damaged from daily use, and the 1988 Washington quarter was no exception. In fact, many of the coins minted that year saw significant wear as they circulated through the economy. However, just as in any other year, there were those few exceptional examples that were kept in pristine condition, untouched by the passage of time. These are the coins that collectors seek out, and they are the ones that can fetch extraordinary prices. The condition of a coin, often referred to as its grade, plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that show little to no wear, that are free from scratches, discoloration, and other imperfections, are considered much more valuable than coins that have been heavily circulated. The 1988 Washington quarter is no exception. When you come across one in mint condition, especially one that has been professionally graded as MS 65 or higher, you are holding on to a truly valuable piece of American history. What adds even more intrigue to the 1988 Washington quarter is its historical context. By the time this coin was minted, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for over half a century. It had become a familiar part of the U.S. monetary system, and its popularity had only grown over the years. Coins like the 1988 Washington quarter represent the enduring legacy of U.S. coinage, and collectors who are passionate about the history of the country and its currency find themselves drawn to these older, well-preserved examples. Another important aspect to consider is that while the 1988 Washington quarter does not contain silver like earlier quarters, it still carries significant value due to the rarity of high-quality specimens. The majority of coins minted in 1988 were produced with a combination of copper and nickel, as opposed to the 90% silver content that was used in prior decades. This shift in material meant that the 1988 coins were much cheaper to produce. But it also means that the value of these coins lies more in their condition and rarity rather than in the precious metal they contain. But why are collectors so eager to find a 1988 Washington quarter in mint condition? The answer lies in the fact that these coins are not easy to come by. While many of these quarters circulated in large quantities, the number of coins that have survived in exceptional condition is relatively small. Coins like these are becoming harder to find, and their value is steadily increasing as time passes. If you are fortunate enough to stumble upon one of these rare coins, you could be holding something worth far more than just a quarter. Now, you may be wondering how much a 1988 Washington quarter is actually worth. The truth is, the value of this coin can vary depending on its condition and grade. In general, a 1988 Washington quarter that is in average circulated condition may only be worth a few dollars above its face value. However, when you start talking about coins that have been well preserved and professionally graded, the value starts to increase significantly. A 1988 Washington quarter that has been graded as MS 65 or higher can easily fetch prices in the thousands of dollars. But what makes the 1988 Washington quarter even more exciting is the potential for it to be worth much more. With its pristine condition, rarity, and historical significance, some of these coins have been known to sell for as much as $63,000. Yes, you read that right, $63,000. That is a staggering amount of money for a coin that was once just part of everyday U.S. currency. But when you consider how rare these coins are in perfect condition, it becomes easier to understand why they can command such high prices as time goes on. The value of the 1988 Washington quarter may continue to rise. More and more collectors are discovering the potential of these coins, and as demand increases, so too does their price. If you're a coin collector or investor, this could be the perfect time to start seeking out high-quality 1988 Washington quarters. Whether you're searching through old coin collections, browsing at local coin shops, or hunting for treasures in coin rolls, keep your eyes peeled for this elusive gem.in conclusion. The 1988 Washington quarter is more than just a piece of U.S. currency. It's a valuable and rare collectible that has the potential to be worth a significant amount of money. With its historical importance, scarcity in mint condition, and demand among collectors, this coin is a must-have for anyone serious about numismatics. So, the next time you come across a 1988 Washington quarter, take a closer look. It just might be worth $63,000. Yes, $63,000. Keep collecting, keep searching, and you might just find yourself holding on to a true treasure. Top 7. The United States has a rich history when it comes to coinage, and among the most iconic coins is the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter, named after the first U.S. president, George Washington, has been in circulation for over 80 years and is widely recognized for its classic design. However, not all Washington quarters are created equal. Some of them are considered highly valuable, and today, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most interesting and sought-after versions, the 1996 Washington quarter. When the U.S. Mint released the 1996 Washington quarter, it was part of the ongoing effort to honor the legacy of George Washington, who has been the face of this coin since it was first issued in 1932. The 1996 Washington quarter marked an important point in the history of the coin series. It came during a time of economic growth in the United States, but at the same time, the country was entering a new phase of technological advancements and cultural changes. At first glance, the 1996 Washington quarter might appear to be just another coin in the series, but for collectors, it is a piece of history. While the design remained largely the same as previous issues, with George Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, there's a story behind this specific year. In 1996, the U.S. Mint struck these quarters using a combination of copper and nickel, and although they were readily available for general circulation, a few coins emerged in exceptional condition, making them particularly desirable to collectors. What makes the 1996 Washington quarter stand out, especially for numismatists, is the rarity of high-quality specimens. As with many other coins, the value increases dramatically when the coin is in excellent condition. The majority of quarters from 1996 were used in everyday transactions, meaning they were subject to wear and tear. Finding one of these quarters in uncirculated condition or with minimal signs of use is a rare occurrence, which is why collectors often go to great lengths to find them. While most of the 1996 Washington quarters can be found in typical circulated condition, those that have been well preserved can be worth quite a bit. The value of a coin is largely determined by its grade, which is a reflection of its physical condition. A coin that has been kept in mint condition, without any scratches, discoloration, or other blemishes, is highly prized by collectors. For the 1996 Washington quarter, coins graded as MS 65 or higher are considered to be in excellent condition, and those are the ones that can command the highest prices. Another factor that plays into the value of the 1996 Washington quarter is its demand among collectors. Over the years, interest in coin collecting has steadily increased, and as more people become involved in the hobby, the demand for rare and valuable coins continues to rise. As the years go by, more and more 1996 Washington quarters are becoming harder to find in uncirculated or mint condition, making them even more desirable to those looking to complete their collections. But why should you care about the 1996 Washington quarter? The answer lies in its potential for high returns. With the right combination of condition and rarity, a 1996 Washington quarter could end up being worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. In fact, if you happen to come across a high-quality example of this coin, you might be holding something far more valuable than you originally thought. Some of the most pristine examples of the 1996 Washington quarter have been known to sell for up to $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single quarter. While this price may sound unbelievable at first, it's important to understand that the value of coins like these can vary depending on their rarity, condition, and market demand. The 1996 Washington quarter, especially in high-grade condition, is considered one of the more sought-after coins from this era, which is why it has such a high price tag. For collectors and investors, this is the kind of coin that could be a game changer. It's not just about the thrill of collecting. It's also about the potential for significant financial returns. The 1996 Washington quarter, with its unique qualities and historical importance, represents more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of the value that American coins can hold over time. If you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of numismatics, the 1996 Washington quarter is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Whether you're searching through old coin rolls, scouring coin shops, or browsing online auction sites, finding a well-preserved example of this coin could be the key to unlocking a significant financial windfall. In conclusion, the 1996 Washington quarter is a highly collectible coin that holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history. While many of these quarters may seem like just another piece of currency, the ones in mint condition can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find a 1996 Washington quarter in excellent condition, you could potentially turn a simple quarter into a rare treasure worth $45,000. Yes, $45,000. So, keep your eyes open, because you never know when you might come across a coin that could change your financial future.